Welcome to the Common Man Football Show. My name is James Coburn, and today's episode, we're talking about the 2019 NFL Draft Class, previewing a couple players before the season starts. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at Tyree Jackson, quarterback out of Buffalo. Tyree Jackson is a quarterback who's gotten a lot of hype recently with various Twitter, YouTube clips, etc., kind of showing off his prowess. And while he is a very fascinating player from a physical tool standpoint, there are some question marks when it comes to his overall data on paper. So if you're new to the channel and new to the work that I do, all terms and definitions will be in the description. With all that stuff out of the way, let's get to Tyree Jackson's data profile. Starting with his high school production and college production. His highest high school production score was a 30.32 out of 100. Since the 2007 NFL Draft Class, 100% of long-term starting quarterbacks had at least a 69 or higher score, and 100% of multiple Pro Bowl quarterbacks had at least an 84 or higher score. In many ways, the high school production score is essentially a way to judge the development of a quarterback coming out, and all highly successful quarterbacks at the college level to the NFL level were really developed coming out of high school. So in many ways, it's just trying to determine, how developed this guy is coming out of high school. And at least in Tyree Jackson's case, it was not that developed. Then, of course, you get to his FBS production score of 50.47 out of 100. That's his highest score. That was his score last year. The starting threshold is 26 out of 100, and the Pro Bowl quarterback threshold is 80 out of 100. Tyree Jackson essentially does not meet the starting threshold or Pro Bowl quarterback threshold when it comes to his overall data. On top of that, when you look at the career data, his highest career score was 26.52 out of 100. Doesn't hit the All-Pro career threshold, doesn't hit the Pro Bowl career threshold, barely hits above the starter career threshold. And of course, when you look at the averages at the position, nowhere near the All-Pro average, nowhere near the Pro Bowl average, nowhere near the starter average. So where does that leave us with Tyree Jackson? Well, this doesn't necessarily take him off the radar as a prospect. He undoubtedly has impressive physical traits. And honestly, I think when I look at Tyree Jackson, I look at a guy who's very similar to Colin Kaepernick. I think he's a guy that if he goes out next year and has a fantastic season, I think he has a very good shot to go into the NFL as sort of a day 2 pick and maybe develop into something interesting and kind of make big plays, all around. But in terms of long-term success, it just doesn't seem in the cards for Tyree Jackson. So there's really nothing he can do this season to bump up his averages into the positive. So even if he had a 99-plus percentile season this year, there's just not enough to really help him out. And his high school production kind of gives you an idea of just how much development there is that needs to be done with him. So while I do think Tyree Jackson is a very intriguing prospect from a physical tool standpoint, and in many ways, he's kind of like a better version of Josh Allen, if you want me to say that, but that still doesn't mean that he should be justified as a first-round pick or even a day 2 pick in many ways. So while I am excited to see Tyree Jackson play this season, and I hope he makes some strides in development, I just think his overall NFL prospects still don't look that bright due to the fact that he's just flat out not been developed. And there's so much stuff he has to catch up to from a development standpoint that he just is most likely not going to reach those accolades. And at the very least, the accolades he could reach is like a Colin Kaepernick. And of course, my name is James Coburn. You can find my other work at draftcoburn.wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Gymmetrics. And if you like this content and you want more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share this video as well with anybody that you know. Hit that notification button so you're always reminded when another video of mine drops. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.